Get ready for the news that is shaking up the world. We start with a deep dive into Hollywood history as author Howard Gutner prepares to unpack the incredible legacy of Travis Banton, the legendary costume designer who worked with icons like Marlene Dietrich. Gutner is pulling back the curtain on Banton's massive influence on American pop culture in the 1930s and 40s, and you absolutely do not want to miss what he has to say about this titan of cinema. Reveals his perspective on whether Bear is truly the villain, exploring the complex themes of desire, denial, and codependency in this gripping film. And finally, we look back at a cinematic classic getting a major comeback. The Transformers. The movie is getting a theatrical re-release from Fathom Entertainment to celebrate its 40th anniversary, bringing back the epic battles and the legendary voice cast. Don't miss this chance to relive a defining chapter of franchise history. Stay with us for more breaking news. Classic Hollywood costume design expert Howard Gutner is set to delve into the influential career of Travis Banton, a key mentor to legendary designer Edith Head and a significant figure in the golden age of Hollywood. Gutner will be presenting his latest book, Banton of Paramount, Haute Couture in the Golden Age of Hollywood, at the Cinema Arts Center on May 29. The event will feature a screening of the 1936 Dietrich dramedy, Desire. Gutner's research into Banton's career, which spanned from 1925 to 1938 at Paramount Pictures, involved extensive archival work, including tracking down media and reviewing historical newspaper articles, to capture Banton's profound impact on 1930s and 1940s American pop culture. Banton was instrumental in crafting the on-screen looks for major stars such as Carole Lombard, Claudette Colbert, Mae West, and Marlene Dietrich. A graduate of the New York School of Fine and Applied Arts, Banton honed his skills under prominent couturiers before joining Paramount. Gutner emphasized the cultural significance of Banton's work, noting that during the 1930s, movie magazines like Photoplay dedicated approximately 70% of their content to star wardrobes, demonstrating the enormous influence of costume designers on the American public. Gutner aims to highlight this legacy for attendees. Gutner has previously authored books on other Hollywood talents, including Adrian and Cedric Gibbons. His research into Banton required significant effort, including locating obscure and sometimes lost film footage, but he found valuable insights through contemporary media and critical reviews. Attendees can learn more and find details about the event by visiting www.cinemartcenter.org or calling 631-423-7610. Sony Pictures Television is significantly bolstering its unscripted content division with the acquisition of a majority stake in 32 Flavors, the production company responsible for hit shows like Bravo's Vanderpump Rules and The Valley. The strategic move signals a major investment in premium, culture-driving nonfiction intellectual property. Founded in 2023 by Alex Baskin, 32 Flavors has established a strong portfolio, including production for 2 Real Housewives series, Beverly Hills and Orange County, and the Hulu and Freeform series Love Thy Neighbor, which is set to begin its 2nd season. The company also manages the Netflix podcast Shut Up, Evan. Catherine Pope, president of Sony Pictures TV Studios, stated that the acquisition aligns with the studio's strategy to invest in top creative talent and scale distinctive, globally relevant IP. Pope noted that 32 flavors enhances Sony's capacity to deliver high-impact, returnable formats that resonate with international audiences. Pope also assumed oversight of Sony's unscripted efforts following recent leadership changes. Alex Baskin will remain CEO of 32 Flavors, with the existing leadership team remaining in place. Baskin expressed optimism about the partnership, asserting that Sony's scale and talent-first approach will allow the company's momentum to accelerate significantly without sacrificing its creative integrity. Sony's unscripted division encompasses several production entities, including Sharp Entertainment, Embassy Row, B17 Entertainment, and Maxine Productions. This division is already known for producing major franchises such as American Idol, in partnership with Fremantle, Shark Tank, and the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. The indie horror film obsession has surpassed expectations, grossing $17.2 million domestically against a $750,000 budget. While the film has garnered critical acclaim, much of the online discussion has focused on the male lead, Bear, and the debate over whether he is the true villain. Actor Michael Johnston, who plays Bear, has spoken candidly about his character's motivations and the complexities of the film's themes of codependency and consent. Bear's actions, specifically his reliance on a one-wish Willow to secure love from Nikki and his subsequent inability to confront red flags, have sparked intense scrutiny. Johnston detailed the internal conflict behind Bear's choices, exploring his fear of rejection, which he suggests is a core aspect of his character. He acknowledged that while Bear's desires were selfish, the narrative intentionally maintained a gray moral landscape, ensuring the audience remained invested in him. Discussions have centered on whether Bear is a victim of the cursed wish, or if his desire for control made him an antagonist. Johnston suggested Bear starts as the protagonist, but evolves into an antagonist, noting that his downfall stemmed from his inability to foresee the consequences of his actions, particularly concerning the wish's effect. The scene where Nikki expresses suicidal thoughts and Bear's reaction to her statement were highlighted as deeply tragic, illustrating the destructive nature of pursuing desires impulsively over facing personal issues. Regarding the relationship dynamics, Johnston noted that Bear was perhaps more in love with the idea of Nikki, a form of limerence fueled by recent personal losses, rather than a genuine connection. He suggested that Bear lacked the emotional capacity to recognize the negative impact his desires were having on Nikki and her friends. On set, Johnston shared insights into the filmmaking process, detailing how he was cast after reading the script and how the collaborative environment fostered creativity. He also recounted a pivotal moment where a planned scene involving Bear taking pills was altered into a more nuanced take, which he considered a perfect encapsulation of the character's internal struggle. The production team also captured a devastating practical blood splatter scene, emphasizing the film's dark and controversial nature. Ultimately, the interview positions Bear not as a straightforward villain, but as a deeply flawed protagonist navigating intense emotional turmoil. The film continues to generate discourse, leaving the audience to interpret the moral ambiguities surrounding Bear's journey. Hasbro and Fathom Entertainment are set to bring the cult favorite animated film, The Transformers, the movie, back to the big screen for a theatrical re-release, timed to the film's 40th anniversary. The screening is scheduled to begin on September 17th across the U.S., with a wide theatrical run through September 21st, presented in stunning 4K quality. Select international markets are anticipated to launch simultaneously with the U.S. release. The film, first released in 1986, holds a complex place in franchise history. While it served as the toy brand's debut feature film and delivered the expected battles between the Autobots and Decepticons, it is also remembered for a controversial storyline involving the death of several established characters, including the leader Optimus Prime. This decision drew significant backlash from fans and some younger audiences, leading to complaints and criticism regarding the film's length and perceived focus on toy sales. In response to the film's legacy, Hasbro is launching an apology tour, featuring special merchandise and new toy lines aimed at acknowledging past issues and capitalizing on the movie's enduring nostalgia. Industry insiders emphasize the film's lasting cultural impact, noting that it remains a defining moment for fans across generations. The film boasts a remarkable voice cast, including iconic performances from Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime and Frank Welker as Megatron, alongside notable additions such as Orson Welles, Leonard Nimoy, and Robert Stack.